Hey guys, just before the video starts here, I just wanted to remind you guys that this is part 2. If you want to see part 1, click on Fenrir, also known as the Devil Dog's face right here. Just click on his face anywhere. It should link you to the first part of this video. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and enjoy the video. Hey guys, what's up? Smiley Face Casting here, and today we are on part 2 of my Smite video on how you can improve your gameplay. The first video, I was mostly just talking about my team and our composition and, you know, just some basic stuff and how you want to start off the game and stuff, and some other, you know, just basic things to know. And so this half of the video, I'm actually going to go a little bit more in depth. I'm going to talk about buying items and some different strategies you can do with your team and things like that. So I'm going to start off with talking about buying items. And if you're new to Smite, the easiest way to figure out how to buy, well, first of all, the first thing you want to do is definitely turn auto buy off. It honestly helps so much to know how to buy, know how to counter buy. So say you were like a physical god, like an ADC, also known as a hunter, and you were playing up against like a guardian and a warrior. So that's two pretty tanky people, and regardless of what they have at that point as their third guy, as their third teammate, you pretty much want to build Quinn's size. Just because of its passive and things like that. So it's just like little things like that can make a huge difference, a huge impact in your match, is knowing how to buy. So I think the easiest way to do that, to start off anyways, is either learn completely all the magical items or all the physical items. So what I mean by that is different gods are different types. So obviously mages and guardians are your magical gods, and then assassins, hunters, and warriors are all physical gods. So what that means is they're all doing attacks that, like, actually it's you hitting them for the most part, and then mages and stuff, the majority of their abilities and attacks are like them using the world or conjuring up things to hit you. So that's why that's the difference. And so you're just gonna want to be playing one of those sections. So I started off with physical. I didn't actually like assassin classes that much, so I learned ADC really heavily, and I learned all the items when I first started. I have Neath right now, Mastery 10, which is the Max Master F or Diamond skin. And so yeah, I know all of those items, and then I slowly transitioned into mages just because they're so much fun. And so yeah, just little things like that about buying can make a huge difference. And one of the things I see new players do a lot is they'll be out in lane, right, and they'll be farming, and they'll see in the bottom left corner of their screen that they have an item that they can upgrade and that it's ready to upgrade. Just because it's ready to upgrade doesn't mean you should actually go out there and get the upgrade and get like a full tier item. Obviously, if you know you have time or whatever, but if you're just in lane, you probably don't want to leave. Because there's not really a point if you're just gonna get another, if you're gonna go back to tower and then upgrade it and then come back, get another 600 gold and go back to tower or something like that, right? You know what I'm saying? So go back. Usually in this video, I think almost every time I went back, either I was really low, or I could buy a full item worth $2,000 to $3,000. So that's how I play. I mean, that's obviously just a personal opinion, but the longer you're in lane, obviously the more gold and player poke you can get in early game, and it really does make a difference late game. Who gets to level 20 first, who has more items, and the longer you're in your lane, it actually starts stacking up pretty heavily with the gold. And so the next thing I wanted to talk about actually was just some different strats you can do at the beginning of the game. So there's a few different things you can do. First of all, the basic, you know, go grab blue, which is mana buff, and red, which is damage buff, and then go to middle lane, which is a really solid idea, and a lot of people will be doing that, and you'll see that as you get higher in the ranks, or even in your rank currently. And eventually, you can start doing what's called an invade. So usually, when you want to buff, you go to your right lane, which means that the enemy is more than likely in their right lane, also known as your left lane. And so what you can actually do is you can go up left lane off the start of the game and wait just around the corner, just off the side of red buff, off damage buff, off the enemy team's damage buff, and you can just wait for them to use all their abilities on the buff clamp I'm clearing actually right now. They'll be here, and then once they use their abilities, you and your teammates run up and you spam your abilities. And I mean, obviously it depends on your composition, what gods you use for this and stuff, for invades, because you typically want a lot of chase and a lot of CC, meaning crowd control, as in like Hercules is a great example. He can pick people up, throw them towards us, and then bring them even further towards us with their dash. And so he has great crowd control, so he'd be a really good invader. We decided not to invade this game, however, though, because I'm what's known as a squishy, which means I don't have tons of health, and they could easily single me out and do tons and tons of damage to me. And the same thing for Wheelix. Hercules is playing as our support this round, where he is throwing them around and opening up all the kills for us and all our opportunities. I think I do unfortunately die right here. I do get her really low though, but unfortunately my teammate cannot secure the kill because he's low as well, so he has to get out of there. And so yeah, that's just that little team fight right there. One huge thing that I can't stand is when my teammates overextend extremely heavily. My teammate makes a mistake there and he misses the Panther throw, and so he actually could have killed that mage, believe it or not, but because he missed the Panther throw, it was over. And what was I saying? One of the biggest mistakes I also see is overextending, where you and your teammates don't really have a lot of health, you don't really have a lot of mana to work with, and you're all the way up at the enemy team's tower. And so what the enemy team would do is they just spawn in, walk up to you guys, and attack you, where you guys you have like half health or something like that, and you're still up at their tower, and you have low mana, so you can only use 1 or 2 abilities, and that can actually really hurt. And they can, and this is what I think we're about to do here. They're pretty overextended, so we're gonna just call for the team fight, and we're just gonna run them down. So there's 1 kill. I don't think we get Freya, but she's we get Freya. And then we go in on their Guardian and do as much damage to her as we can. I don't know if we get the kill. Yes, we do. So that's a great example right there. We have many levels on them. I have many levels on them. Right now I'm level 16. Their highest is level 12. So that's a pretty huge difference. What we're doing right now is we're just getting a little bit of damage on the Phoenix. Just trying to get it down to around half health. So that later on we can take it down easier. And I think I do actually kill the Phoenix right here, which it's a pretty good thing. You get that gold. You also get fire minions, so when you destroy this Phoenix, your minions get an upgrade to kind of help you like keep going. So those are regular minions because they were already spawned in. So yeah, getting a Phoenix down is actually really great because the fire minions have more health, they do more damage, and they'll constantly be pushing up lane for you. So I think you'll be able to see here in a second. Yeah, see up there in the middle lane. If I would stop showing my abilities, right there is the fire minions. And they're actually pretty annoying for an enemy team to mess around with because they really do take too much, and so it's really helpful and really handy to take out Phoenix as pretty much as early on as you can. Also, another thing I wanted to mention was I see players who only sit in mid lane. So what I mean by that is you're not constantly going for buffs. If you look on the map right now, we have taken 3 of the 6 buffs on the map, and we know that they're currently down. So yeah, just make sure you're constantly buffing. That gives you XP, gold, all that good stuff. And at this point, they keep overextending. They keep getting desperate and going for our tower, as they should be, because if they could get our tower down, maybe they could start to change the pace of the game. But this is where the gameplay will be drawing to a near here. We have our fire minions in the Titan, and we're just chunking it so hardcore, and that will make it GG. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really enjoyed making this video, actually. I learned a bunch of stuff about editing and stuff throughout it, And yeah, so thank you guys a ton for watching. Follow me on Twitter, that'll be in the description down below. If you haven't seen part 1, I don't know why I'm saying this now, I should have said it earlier. If you haven't seen part 1, that'll be in the description down below. And like, comment, subscribe. And in a second here, you'll be able to see Anubis dancing around. So there's Anubis's dance. And thank you guys a ton for watching. It means a lot to me. And yeah, see you next time.
Okay.